fashion lovers, welcome back to Coco's Couture Closet. Even though the calendar says fall, if you're in the Midwest like me, then you know it's still giving full on summer. And that's why today's video is an end of summer shoe haul, featuring some of my favorite heels and sandals that you can catch right now at a fraction of what I paid for them. Not only to finish out this warm Midwest fall, but to stock up and prepare for summer 2026 in style and on a budget. These sales are just too good to pass up. So if you're shopping for fashion deals, end of summer sales, or closet must-haves, you're in the right place. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on all of my social media platforms for more hauls, tips, fashion finds, sales, outfit inspos, and more. And now, without any further delay, let's hop into this week's fashion slay. Let's jump into this affordable shoe haul 2025 edition and see what pairs your girl picked up. Let's get into this first pair from Betsey Johnson. Now, you all have seen me wear these shoes and you went berserk about them. And I did too as soon as I found them, especially knowing that I found them in a size 11. And they are these chunky, beautiful heels with a big embellished bow on the front with pearl detail. It's the detail for me. Now, this shoe ranges in a variety of styles and goes up to a size 11 to my knowledge. It can be found on the Betsey Johnson website. I also saw it on Dillard's website, but not in my size. I actually purchased mine from Amazon. This shoe is extremely comfortable and even has an elastic band on the side so that if you have wider feet, then you can still get into this and be comfortable. Because this shoe, you can walk around in this shoe for hours. This is a nude color chunky heel. Most of the heels here are going to be chunky because I find them more comfortable, being that I am a plus size woman. This heel is so pretty. It's a different style of chunky because it's that flat chunky heel versus a wider chunky heel, but it is not a stiletto. It is very comfortable. Now, I believe this is a size 11, which was the largest size it goes up to, and this is a suede style material. It's very soft, very comfortable to stand in, and will add a pop of flair in addition to a pop of glam to any look that you wear. I love shoes like this. I want you guys to get a good look at the color. I love shoes like this because they can be worn with anything, winter, spring, summer, or fall. Because if you're like me, I do not put my open toe shoes away until the first snowfall. Another detail I fell in love with is the square front. I love a shoe that's not a pointed toe shoe, but also has a front that you pay attention to because it's something about a square toe heel that draws your attention more than a round one or an oval shaped one. And if you see a pointed toe, you just think, oh, she must be uncomfortable. Now, let's dive into this huge bag of shoes. Let's get into it. Some of these shoes, unfortunately, because they are white or off-white, are projecting strange on the camera, but I picked up this floral pair of shoes from She Who We Don't Shop With No More, but when I bought them, we were still shopping with them, and these shoes are comfortable, honestly. They're very comfortable. They're comfortable to walk in, and the flex is amazing. Not only that, but they don't dull. The heel doesn't dull or wear over time, which dulling of the heel is something you can tend to expect when you're plus size, especially when you're wearing flats. But I have these in peach, I have these in black, and I also bought them in this color at the time. Still have not worn them, still tagged up, but they were a great find at the time. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what would make her get these? She just got through talking crap about pointed toe heels. Number one, this fur is soft and it does not shed, which is something that I can't say for many of the shoes that I've purchased that have this soft fur material, Fashion Nova, that it sheds everywhere like dog hair, but not this shoe. This shoe is gorgeous, but I'll be completely honest, I got this shoe for aesthetics because look at this. This arch is ridiculously deep. It makes it uncomfortable to stand in and to walk in. My arch is just not this deep. So standing this high, because this has to be about a 4 to 4.5 inch heel, standing this high is not something that I plan to do all day, every day. This is a heel that I wear for my husband, okay? That I wear for my man, or that I wear for photo reasons only and then take them off and put on my chunky heel, okay? But I got them from a shoe store when I was in Dallas, Texas, and they were only $12.99. I could not resist getting at least one pair of them because they had them in every color under the sun. This shoe is the same wide, chunky detail that I told you guys about with the other pair of shoes. The difference here though is the arch. It really is. If the arch was not as deep as it is, I feel like this shoe would be a lot more comfortable to stand and walk in. But more than anything, isn't it just cute to look at? Speaking of heels that you buy for aesthetics, that you buy for photo purposes only, look at these shoes. I paid $8 for them, you guys. I got them from Shoe Depot. I want to guess Shoe Depot. And they were in the sales section for $8. And I just could not pass them up. Now, they're a slightly chunky heel, this metallic heel that's on here. But they're still about a good 3.5 inches tall. And this heel is not strong enough to keep me from being uncomfortable. Because the arch here is way too deep for my feet, way too deep. And then they're pointed toe. But again, if you see shoes like these in my haul, just know, as you can see from the split screen, it was solely for aesthetics only. Now, do I wish I could wear them outside? Absolutely, because I would rock this shoe. To a concert, I would rock this shoe on a date. This shoe is everything. I love how this goes up the leg. It wraps around my leg perfectly. I just can't stand in them too long. I can walk back and forth, get a couple of pictures in, but that's it. That's it for these shoes, and I hate that. But I'm not going to sell them or give them away just yet because who knows, your girl been coming down a little bit in weight, so maybe one day I'll be able to stand in them comfortably. This is another beautiful pair of shoes that I picked up while I was in Dallas from the shoe store. I'll try to leave the Dallas shoe store across here because the name of it is not coming to me. But how adorbs is this wide bow, okay? I love it. Not to mention it's pink, duh. I mean, come on now. Of course I picked them up, but also they're just a cute shoe. They have a little small heel on the bottom of them, which actually makes them more comfortable to stand in because I hate flat shoes. I hate completely flat shoes where you can feel the ground under the shoe. Please give me a little heel to be able to support. Our good folks at Shein, they had it bad making their flats without any type of heel on them. And these were the same amount as I would pay right now for some flats at Shein. I want to say these were $9.99, and I love them. They don't hold any dirt or anything because I've worn these a few times. Again, I will try to insert a video if I have one available. They don't hold any dirt. The plastic doesn't hold any dust, so they're very easy to clean and wipe down and wear again and again and again. And for reference, I am a size 11. I'll teeter into a 12 if I have to, but typically I'm a size 11. These heels are stunning. Clearly, I have a thing for bows, okay? Because so many of these shoes have bows or fur or something. I like a shoe that stands out. I like a shoe that as soon as you see the picture, you notice that shoe first. Just like as soon as I come into a room, I like for people to notice my fragrance, then my outfit. With the shoes in photos, I want you to notice my shoes, then my face, because I put a lot of effort into my look. These shoes are another size 11, and these came from Shoe Depot also. Let's look at the bottom. They are both the same size, and I love it. They give the look of a bow, but if you actually pay attention, only one side is bowed. The other side is just the look, but it almost looks like the bow is tapered down. I love that. On top of that, look at this gorgeous color, this blue. Yikes. And then the heel is a chunky heel, and these are comfortable to stand in. You see the arch here? This is how I like the arch of my heels to be. I like them to be slightly arched, but not deep arched. In my mind, deep arches spell deep trouble. They also have a strap around the ankle, which makes them even sexy. So when you first see a bow, you might think it's a little childish. It might not be age appropriate, but then you get this strap and it's like, oh girl, okay, we see you. And they definitely saw me when I wore this with my blue dress because the sleigh was slaying. I just realized the nice chunk of these shoes came from my trip to Dallas. I specifically put that Dallas shoe store on my list because I heard the shoes were so cheap. Now these slide-in mules are Valentino dupes, as you can see, and these came in every color, but I decided to go with the denim, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The only thing I wish with this shoe is that it had maybe an elastic band here on the side, because after a while of walking, after a couple of hours, my feet will tend to swell, and then that will make this shoe start to cut. But I have not worn them yet to put them to that test, but I will keep in mind that they don't stretch so that I can have a backup prepared to slide into. Mules are my favorite type of shoe because I don't need any help getting into them. Typically, you all know I wear long gel sets, and so they can get in the way a lot of me trying to put on my shoes. But with these, you just slide and go, and I love that. Chunky heel. I think this heel is maybe like 2.5 inches high, not that high, maybe 3 inches, but not too uncomfortable. And the heel to arch ratio is perfect. It dips, but it comes back up here and it levels on out to the heel. That's what you want. You want the heel to arch ratio to balance versus having a deep arch on top of an even higher heel, because that just calls for trouble. When I say the Dollar Shoe Store hooked me up, look at these beautiful shoes, these beautiful vacation shoes. I am obsessed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put these to the side because we got a Disney cruise coming up next month, and I feel like I got the perfect outfit for this shoe. I love the seashells. I'm going to get a little closer so y'all can see them. So pretty. I love this detail. And the seashells are actually very well made, and they hang on here pretty tough. I'm not too concerned about them falling off based on wear. I love the picnic basket, the tweed or whatever material or style of shoe this material is. I love that. And I also love that they put a little bit of a heel. I told you guys, these are the most comfortable flats you will find. Try to stay away, even if you have a good arch or you have good support or you're a smaller woman, try to stay away from those cheap flats that don't have a heel, because over time you'll regret wearing them every day because they'll start to wear and tear pretty badly on your feet. Plus, they leave you with dirty feet, to be honest. The lower your feet are to the ground, the more chances you have of having dirty heels. And you don't want to be the person caught on camera with dirty heels thinking you cute, okay? Switching gears, I picked up these backyard barbecue sandals from Walmart. And I picked them up because honestly, they remind me of Crocs. I love a good, chunky, flexible heel. Very comfortable to stand in, very comfortable to walk in. These are perfect beach shoes. These are perfect going on a date where you're walking on the beach shoes, a perfect barbecue shoe, a perfect concert shoe, a perfect festival shoe. This is what you want. And I love the double strap across the toe. I feel like it leaves out just enough toe to see that cute pedicure, but also still gives you a cute detail on a what otherwise would be an ugly shoe. I'm sorry. I know that this shoe is very popular, but it is not one of my favorites. I got it for the comfort, and I got it because it was $5, to be honest. Another pair of shoes from my favorite Dallas shoe store. Next year, I'm going back to Dallas twice. Once for my goddaughter's prom, and then again, I believe, for her graduation. And I'm definitely going to hit up the Dallas shoe store because, yeah, I definitely will. I love these. Look at the colors. Ooh, those are cute, you guys. They're made from a very soft felt-like material or a satin-esque, because it's not real satin type of material, but they're very cute to look at, and I love the bow. It's not too big, not too small. I feel like it's just perfect for someone who may want to try wearing bow shoes, but don't want to go as big as my Betsey Johnson shoes. There we go again with that nice, comfortable heel, keeping those heels off the ground so you don't have dirty foot. What's the rapper name that got on camera Peter Guns with his dirty feet on Love and Hip Hop, and they was calling him Dirty Foot? We also have to note this square toe. We love a good square toe. I'm telling you, square toe shoes just stand out different. They just stand out different. Here we go with another bow again. Your girl went bow crazy this summer. But these shoes are actually from Shoe Depot. And although they're a chunky heel, the heel is not as wide as the typical chunky heel I would be comfortable with. And on top of that, they are a pointed toe. So I actually went up in size in these to a 12 wide so that I can wear them, because something about this pattern, let's get into it. I got to give y'all a close up of this pattern. Something about this pattern and these colors, the way they form on the shoe, the color combo just spoke to me. Also, at the time, I was on a madman hunt for my Betsey Johnson heels that I showed you guys in the beginning. So I got these to compensate for the fact that I couldn't find those. 2 weeks later, I find those, because when it comes to fashion, baby, I never give up. Never give up. I'm going to find what I want. They might pull a little old school. They might pull a little old school in style, but I promise you, with the right sundress, these are going to set off with a denim dress. These will set off with a strappy dress, maybe with a peplum dress with a blazer over it. Will set these shoes off. These are actually, because they're closed-toe shoes, are one of my favorites to try to style this fall. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Okay, we're down to our last two, and these, look at these bows. I did not realize that I bought so many bow shoes. Did not realize that, but how cute are these? I picked these up for $7 at Five Below. And if you've been paying attention, Five Below been trying to step their fashion game up. I've gotten quite a few little two-piece sets to wear around the house when I'm vlogging from Five Below. I know that typically they would be for outside wear, but not for me. This is what the bottom looks like, and I love this heel. It's very flexible and you sit very comfortable in it because it's a plunge down into the shoe. So your heel perfectly sits in it and is extremely comfortable. Even though I didn't wear these, I have these in another color that I've already worn them in. That's how I can speak on how comfortable they are. But if you have these at your Five Below, I recommend getting them in every single color. I did. And finally, because y'all know we got a mini-me in our house, I got these cute Croc style slides that came from Marshall's. I could not resist these. They were only $10 and she's outgrown so many of her shoes. And who doesn't love a princess shoe or a princess anything that has Tiana on it? Yes, I get anything that has Princess Tiana on it, okay? Because I am raising a little black princess, and so I support the little black princess movement, okay? Well, that's a wrap on this end of summer shoe haul. I hope you found one or two or three pairs of shoes in this haul that inspire you to go catch all of these end of summer shoe deals happening right now. Let's start preparing your closet for 2026. And if you like this haul, continue to like, comment, and subscribe, or subscribe to Coco's Couture Closet here on YouTube. Like this video and follow me on all of my social media platforms. I'm Dr. Coco_Curve on all of them, providing all the fashion tips for plus size hips. Until next time, later. Girls up,